news out of Phoenix right now. 2 suspicious letters found at Senator Jeff Flake's office.
And it all comes an hour after one was stopped from reaching President Obama. ABC 15's Kimberly Chang is live at 20th Street and Camelback.
Yeah, Kim, we know you were one of the first on the scene, in fact. And at first it was kind of business as usual, but staffers then moved out of that area.
Yeah, you guys, this is a very active scene right now. There's still a lot of crews on scene, but we are just learning in the last few seconds that the postal inspector has confirmed that the field test came back. They tested those 2 envelopes for residue, and they're saying that there is no threat, but they did have suspicious characteristics. So I want you to take a look at the scene right behind me. We still see some fire crews on scene, some police here, ATF officials were also on scene investigating earlier. They evacuated part of the building after 2 letters addressed to Senator Jeff Flake was found inside of this office by staffers. They called authorities because they believed that those letters were suspicious. Now, we're also told by the fire department that 2 people were taken to the hospital because they had anxiety-related problems. Now, in the meantime, the fire department tells us that they have shut down the ventilation system just to be safe here, and they're taking a slow approach just to make sure that contaminants don't escape, taking all of the precautions necessary because earlier this morning when this happened just before 9 o'clock, they weren't sure exactly what the danger was. All they knew was that those 2 letters were suspicious. But again, we're learning now that there is no threat to those letters. Now, some people who worked in nearby offices were evacuated from this building. We spoke with one woman about what she saw on the other side of this building.
You know, I work in the Meridian Bank building and I'm not able to get back in. I just left 40 minutes ago. It's a little, worrisome to think about.
Now, the police department telling us that they were taking every precaution that they could, especially considering that there was another letter addressed to a Mississippi senator sent out just yesterday, causing some great concern. And on the heels of the Boston bombings, they just could not be too careful. And so they wanted to take every precaution that they could to make sure that people are safe. But again, we're learning from the postal inspector that those letters are not a threat at this point.
Everyone understandably on edge, and good to know that they're safe and sound there. Thanks, Kim.